Hey there, welcome to my studio here in New York City. I'm Daniel Norton, and today we're going to build our own beauty light. So there's lots of things commercially available for beauty photography, from reverse umbrellas to softboxes and Octa boxes and parabolics and beauty dishes. But sometimes the simplest thing is what we want to use. And you can build a really cool beauty box using a couple of umbrellas, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, so there's a number of ways that we can do this. I'm just going to build it with the stuff I have around here. You can do it all different ways depending on what you're doing, exactly. We will want some kind of strobe. I'm going to use a Profoto B10. Essentially, you want a flash. If you use a constant light, you may have trouble with the heat, so stick with flash for this one. We're going to want a silver umbrella, typically a smallish one. I like this Godox one right here. It's really inexpensive, and it's kind of mirror finished inside. Again, depending on the umbrella that you use as the back, you don't want to use a white umbrella for this. You definitely want silver. That's key. So that particular umbrella comes with a diffuser sock for the front, which is fine. A diffuser sock will help kind of break up the highlight that you're getting from your silver umbrella. So if you want to kind of have more versatility, that's cool. But what we're going to do is we're going to take another umbrella, a diffusion umbrella. I might use this one here, which is also a Godox one. It's a small Godox umbrella to create kind of closer to a beauty dish, a smaller source. But I think what I really want to use is this last light umbrella here. So this one is a collapsible one. This opens up to, nice and big, about 40 inches, I believe. And we're going to make this our key light. So essentially, we're going to bounce our flash into the silver and then through the diffusive umbrella. This is going to give us some ability to shape the light, that nice creamy last light diffusion in this case, to create basically a nice beauty shot. I find this is very similar to some of the reverse type umbrellas you can buy, but much, much less expensive. Is it exactly that? No, of course not. But does it give you a similar feel for very inexpensive budget? Yes, it does. And we'll look at that right now. Okay, so I have Marisa here, and I have an umbrella. This is actually the Godox silver umbrella. This is Marisa's umbrella, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to place this on kind of like you normally would think you'd put an umbrella on, right? So put that one on. So basically we're going to bounce our light into the silver. And a silver umbrella is going to give you kind of a punchy specular light. But what we're going to do to kind of clean it up, right? Because we like punchy for the beauty, but we want to bring some diffusion in, right? We want to bring some shape to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another umbrella in front of it. Now, sure, they make socks that can go in front of these umbrellas, and that will diffuse the light down. But an umbrella has a structure to it, and also we can make the umbrella, like in this case, bigger than the umbrella. So if you were to put a sock on this, it would probably make a slightly smaller light source than what you're starting with. This is going to give us a bigger light source. I'm going to use this Elastilite collapsible umbrella for this one. And of course, lights only have one place for an umbrella to go. So what we're going to end up having to do is lay the rod of this next to the other one, and we're going to use a little kind of secure tie to put it on there to create our softbox look. Okay, so I have this on here. We can see we got kind of a decent angle. You could boom this and do anything else that you would normally do with the light, but I'm just going to kind of put it close to the camera to get kind of a butterfly-ish feel. One important thing is we want to make sure generally that, oops, wrong button. We want to make sure that generally that the light from the silver umbrella doesn't go out the sides. We'll mess around a little bit with the opposite of that later, but we'll start this way. So, keeping it kind of beauty style, we'll put it more or less centered. I'm going to come up on it, underneath it, I should say, with my camera. So this is a simple trick. When you want to get your light kind of as close as possible, you can just lower it down and kind of put your camera right underneath it. Then we'll get kind of a frontal light. We're probably going to use a little bit of like a fill with a reflector, but we'll start this way to give us kind of like a frontal beauty light. I'm just going to bring it right in as centered as possible on Marisa. I'm in TTL, so we'll take a shot. Yeah. So we can see, it's a little dark for my taste, but we can see that we've got that nice kind of butterfly light, and it's very creamy and very soft. And I'm going to give myself 3/10. You always want to establish your exposure before you start adding reflectors in. There we go. So now we've got it. Again, it's a nice, soft, pretty light. We can see that there's shadow here, right under her nose to give shape to her face. But overall, it's just basically creamy and nice. We're going to bring in just a white reflector board. showing you the silver side, but it's white on this side. And because this light source is so big, we can very easily get fill on this. Yeah, there we go. Brightens it right up. So just remember, keep your head a little bit higher. There we go, good, right there. Just like that, a little lower, right there, good, good, good. I'm kind of restricted. Our setup is a little restrictive, but because I'm right under the umbrella, we can see we have nice, clean light, really, really pretty, really simple. And I mean, this is, I happen to have the collapsible lash light umbrella, but you don't need to get a collapsible one for this. So you can really do this with pretty much any budget, and it's much, much less expensive than a softbox, especially one that's going to allow you to do a reverse setup like it is. So, but that's not the only reason to do this, right? The one reason to do this setup versus, let's say, buying a softbox or whatever, is the versatility of it. We can do this, and this is really pretty and nice, right? But, you know, we can spend a couple more bucks and buy another umbrella. This is another Godox umbrella, also translucent, but smaller, right? So using a smaller umbrella is going to create a little bit of a harder, a little bit of punchier source. So I'm going to swap this out, and we'll see what this guy looks like. Okay, so we've switched now to the smaller Godox umbrella. Basically, it's the same size as the silver one. And we can see now, same exposure, that we've got a little bit of a punchier feel to the light. Also, your hair got bigger.
I know, it's like 80.
Yeah. So we can see the difference, right? Kind of creamy, a little more punchy. Right. Makes your hair better, exactly. So this is a little bit punchier. We got a little bit more of that tight shadow under the nose, but we're gonna start here. And let's add the reflector card back in. I think for this one, because it's a little punchier, let's do silver. We'll try the silver. If it's too much, we'll switch back to the white. Oh wow, that is glamour.com. That's like, ah. All right, hold on, put the card for a second. Let me just check to make sure the exposure is not wacky. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. So this is nice, right? Look how crisp that is. And again, this is just two inexpensive umbrellas and a silver reflector. Good, good, couple like this. Nice. Really pretty, really punchy, really very much like a glamoury Hollywood star. Look at you, you're like, pow.
We got the voluminous hair.
The voluminous hair. It's voluminous. Bring your chin up a smidge right there. Down, 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 right there. Good. All right, can you hold that for a second? Mm-hmm. Making her hold the reflector because I want to get a better composition. There we go. Obviously, the proper thing to do is put the reflector on a stand, but I like to make Marisa work for it. Good. You can always tell that it's a shot that I made Marisa hold the thing because she's holding it. That's how you get the shoulders to not be exactly level, which is nice, right? Creates some dynamicism.
I know, it's a trick.
Okay, so that's all cool. And again, we can mess around with it how much we want. Another thing we can do is we can actually collapse the umbrella in the front, which will make it smaller in a sense than the silver umbrella, which could cause, depending on how close you are to the background stuff, this could cause some kind of spill onto the background stuff. I don't think it's gonna be an issue here, or an effect here, I should say, but we will try it and see what we get. Again, adding extra kind of flair, extra things that we can get away with, extra things we can change using the same umbrellas that we have already. Let's see what we got. Again, keeping the exposure the same. No reflector this time, because I think I want the contrast. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is very nice. This one is much more contrasty. It's got a punch, right? And because of the nature of the light, it's kind of coming around, but it's got a little more silver in it. So no reflector, collapsed umbrella bounced into the silver. So let's see what we got. Now this is the kind of thing that like, you're not necessarily going to do all three of these looks in the same day on the same person like we're doing here. But it opens up your kind of toolbox, the various things that you can do. If somebody had a bit of, wanted to eliminate any skin imperfections, for instance, you'd use the first setup for sure, because it's much flatter, much cleaner. If you want something that's a little bit more kind of beauty and punchy, this is the one I would use here. And that second one where we had the kind of silver reflector would be very kind of glamour, pop star kind of vibe. So all that with the same umbrellas, right? Just about a matter of how you use them. Good. Chin up a smidge. There we go. Boom. All right. All right. Nice. Very cool. You want to take a look?
Yeah.
We'll let Marisa take a look. It's always important. So she can
yeah.
judge me.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one.
The judging face. Cute. Aww.
I like the collapsed umbrella, actually. It's very
I
cool.
do.
Yeah.
It's almost like a beauty dish.
Almost like a beauty dish. It definitely has that punchy nature of it, you know, of the beauty dish, but still smooth. And there's your highly glamorous,
Aw, this one's so cute.
you know, cover of, you know, Vanity Fair magazine shot.
They tried to put me on the cover of Vogue. Oh, yeah, that's.
There you go. That's very cover.
You got the Erica nail.
Yeah,
in there.
you got the nail in there, yeah. Looking very glamorous.
Glamour.
Very glamour. So yeah, awesome. Umbrellas, right? You know, people are always like, what's the difference between an umbrella and a softbox? Well, should I get an umbrella? Whatever. Umbrellas are super useful, so you can never go wrong with them, but you can also start to mess around with them and create your own light sources like these. Sure, reverse, inverse boxes and parabolics and all these other things are super cool and you can buy them, right? But we can take a very simple umbrella and make the light we want if we understand how light works and kind of have something that's a little bit more unique to us. So give this one a try. Let me know how it works out for you guys. And I'll see you next time.
Hello, and thank you for watching our video. If you would like to see more videos, they might be here. If you really like this video, you can subscribe and ring the bell, and then you'll get notified when there's more videos.